Why patience is central to Alex Eala's rise on the WTA Tour. Following an impressive showing in the Mubadala Abu Dhabi Open, Alexandra Eala rose to a career-best number 40 in the WTA rankings, signifying her continuous development this season. She is the first player from the Philippines to break into the WTA Tour Top 40 rankings. But alongside that improvement is the challenge to remain among and be on par with the best female tennis players in the world. Eala had a chance to showcase her wares on a bigger stage at the Qatar Total Energies Open, but she struggled in her first WTA 1000 tournament of the year. The Filipina slipped to a first-round exit in Doha at the hands of Teresa Valentova of Czechia, losing in straight sets 6-7, 6-8, 1-6. The opening set was tightly contested, with Eala and Valentova trading stretches of control. Valentova struck first, breaking early and consolidating for a 2-0 lead, but Eala responded by sharpening her service games and stepping up on return. Eala reeled off 4 straight games that featured 2 breaks to lead 4-2, but Valentova halted the run, then claimed a timely break in the 8th game to level the set at 4-4. Neither player blinked from there, holding serve through 6-6 to force a tiebreak. Valentova surged to 6-3 in the breaker, but Eala showed resolve to save all 3 set pieces and draw level. Valentova steadied, however, and won the next 2 points to close out the set. The 18-year-old Czech built on that momentum and won the first 5 games of the second set, en route to claiming the victory. Valentova also defeated Eala in their previous meeting in the 2025 Kanoshita Group Japan Open in October, which she won 6-2, 6-1. Eala's setback in Doha ultimately underscores that progress on the WTA Tour is rarely linear, especially for a player learning how to live with expectations. Eala's strong start to the season sees her in a position where her name now carries more weight on the draw sheet. And her career-high ranking is associated with a subtle but real shift. Opponents prepare differently, study patterns more closely, and step on court ready more prepared to play their best tennis against her. Physical fatigue is another factor in these back-to-back events. Eala's busy early schedule, from New Zealand to Australia to the Philippines and the Middle East, means her body and mind have been constantly being tested. It's not unusual for rising players to show signs of wear as the season progresses, particularly when transitioning from Grand Slams and WTA 500s into the deeper fields of WTA 1000 events. These are the moments where resilience and recovery plans become as important as stroke production. From a technical standpoint, this stretch also reinforces where the next layer of growth lies. Eala has proven she can compete from the baseline and absorb pace against elite players, but holding serve consistently under pressure remains a key separator at the top level. Against the tour's best returners, first serve precision and variation become non-negotiable. Eala already has the tools and competitive instincts to elevate that weapon, so it's a matter of refinement rather than reinvention. More importantly, these moments fit the long view of player development. Losses in big tournaments are often the moments that shape habits, inform adjustments, and sharpen priorities. Learning how to handle being scouted, how to pace a season, and how to reset after tough weeks are skills that top players acquire over time. For Eala, both internal and external patience will be crucial as she continues to build toward sustained success. The defeat in Doha will see her drop at least 3 ranking spots, with Valentova among the players to rise past her, but the Filipina has a strong support system, so such setbacks should become part of the process rather than a setback to her long-term potential. In a sport obsessed with speed, faster serves, quicker points, instant results, patience can feel almost radical. Yet for Alex Eala, patience has not been a passive virtue. It has been an active choice, a disciplined practice daily, and the quiet engine behind her rise on the WTA Tour. Eala's journey has never followed the straight line fans often crave. There was no overnight explosion, no single match that suddenly declared her arrival and ended all debate. Instead, her ascent has unfolded in chapters, some triumphant, others frustrating, each demanding restraint, belief, and trust in the long game. In tennis, where rankings fluctuate weekly and hype can fade as quickly as it forms, patience has become her competitive edge. From an early age, Eala understood that talent alone is only an invitation, not a guarantee. Her junior success brought attention, but it also brought expectations, external noise that can rush a young player into chasing results instead of growth. Many prospects fall into that trap, swinging harder, pressing earlier, trying to force moments that haven't ripened yet. Eala resisted that pull. She chose development over shortcuts, process over panic. That patience shows most clearly in her game style. Eala is not a player who demands perfection from every shot. She constructs points carefully, accepting that rallies are conversations, not arguments to be won in one sentence. When momentum shifts, she rarely implodes. Instead, she resets, adjusts, and waits for the opening that feels earned rather than stolen. This is not hesitation, it is timing. Losses, especially early round exits, have tested that mindset. On paper, those results can look like setbacks. In reality, they have functioned as classrooms. Each defeat has taught her what her game still needs: more physical endurance here, sharper decision-making there, emotional steadiness everywhere. Patience allows her to treat these lessons as investments rather than verdicts. She doesn't erase a week because of a loss. She studies it. What separates Eala is how she treats pressure. Many young players experience impatience as anxiety, an urge to prove themselves immediately. Eala's patience transforms pressure into permission. Permission to play freely. Permission to learn publicly. Permission to be unfinished. This mental space is rare, and it has helped her survive moments that might otherwise stall a career. Patience also shapes how she navigates the WTA Tour itself. The tour is relentless. New cities, new opponents, new conditions every week. Rankings move like tides. For someone climbing, it's easy to obsess over numbers, points to defend, points to gain, positions to protect. Eala has instead treated ranking progress as a byproduct, not a goal. The focus stays on habits, preparation, recovery, repetition. The rankings follow when they're ready. There is a cultural layer to her patience as well. Representing the Philippines, Eala carries the hopes of a nation still carving its place in global tennis. That responsibility could easily accelerate her timeline, pushing her to chase symbolic wins instead of sustainable growth. Instead, she has allowed her story to breathe. Each step forward, each main draw appearance, each competitive match against higher-ranked opponents adds credibility not through noise, but through consistency. Perhaps the most overlooked aspect of patience is how it fuels confidence. Rushed confidence is fragile. It depends on winning. Patient confidence is sturdier. It is built on preparation, on knowing that even when results lag, the foundation is strengthening.